when you talk about the survival of the fittest in this hierarchy, it's the thugs that's the ones that survive it. The thugs the one that freed us black folks in the begin with. It wasn't the Uncle Tom that sat up there and did everything Master told him to do, because he didn't have an urge to fight and go against what Master told him to do. He was too busy following orders. It was the rebellion like us is the ones that was willing to go to jail, the ones that was willing to get deleted, was the ones that freed us. Because depending on you good, y'all was the one, y'all were, in fact, y'all protected that white man so much to the point where if your black brother that looked just like you try to go up against him, you would go against that black brother to protect that white man. Y'all do that even till this day.
Okay, JP, when you
we got black police officers
when you're quoting
that operate just like that.
Okay, so when you're quoting stuff, JP, make sure you do it right. Uncle Tom was the heroic one. Sambo was the one that did us dirty. So when you refer to it, make sure you saying it right.
So the reason why that women get men like that is because they can control men like you. That's what you're talking about.
Cannot.
Yeah, they can control you because you're broken. Like you said, you're broken, she's broken, but she can control a broken Dusty.
I think y'all told yourself that to make yourself feel good on reasons why she would choose a man like me than opposed to you. So y'all came up with all of these beliefs on why these women would choose a man like me over y'all.
JP, I thought you landed. If you landed, that means you ain't gonna get up and start flying again. That means you
my bad.
But ain't that what that means? Okay, let's self-control. So when they could control you, they could do whatever they want to. You just said, because they need you, they're gonna complain, but they need you. Yeah, they're gonna accelerate because they're gonna have to go to a man like you who they can control, who they manipulate, who they can draw the string, because you're a goddamn puppet. But a man like me, there's no control. You're not gonna control me. You're not gonna move me. I get your ass on about your business and move on to the next one. Because you can't control me. With somebody who can control, you in dire need of them. You can't function without them. Everything they do, you need them. You depend on them like a child. So if a woman's gonna pick a man like that, what is that saying about women? Then they not too bright. They ain't got sense enough coming out the goddamn rain. That's pretty much what they saying. If they pick a man such as yourself and thinking that's okay.
That's false.
That makes sense.
Time.
You understand? And that is why we have the comment. JP, allow me. That is why, JP, that is why we have the conversations regarding the Pookie and Ray Rays, because women give those certain men access. You made a paradigm regarding men being on the island. Guess what? There's going to be an automatic hierarchy. Men are going to start either die. They're going to have an option of fall in line. You do this, you do that. We're going to survive. It only gets caustic or it plays to that end when one or a certain group are against the progressive. We're going to do this and we're moving this way. The only way it gets way past words is when you say, nah, I'm not doing it. And I'm taking over. That's when we're going to see who the top bull is, who the apex predator is. Otherwise, men fall in line. We made the example of Bear Grylls. Remember, putting out women on the island, men on the island. The men fell in line. They learned their positions. They fell in line and realized, okay, you do this, that, and the third. You the big bull. I'm all right with falling in line because I'm looking at the long term. I want to survive. Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest. That's what we grew up through generations in the past. Even though it's more elevated, more disciplined, there's still the 20% that get the 80% of the girls, the 6 foot, the good looking. Then it's hard to say the rest get the scraps. You understand? And then you got to figure out where you land on that. And, if I do this, I got to make myself look good in every other part because I'm falling short because I'm not the most handsome man. I'm not the tallest man. I'm not the strongest man. I'm not the richest man. I'm not more educated. So the things I do good, I better multiply it. I better be sharp on everything else so I could be more enticing so I could win within this game. You understand?
Kenny P, I truly believe you just explained my point. What you just said was you in to survive when you was talking about hierarchy in certain situations on this desert. You basically saying you will have to become a thug because that's what thugs is. They operating from the survival.
Okay, can I give that correction right there?
Can I give that correction?
May I stop it right there so you don't stretch my point as or just being a point. I'll give it back to you, JP. It's okay. I'll give it right back to you. At worst case scenario, when you're not in line with the group and you have a group that's not in line, and it comes to survival, it's gonna get to that. We got to get you up out of here, and I'm gonna give you straight knowledge. You understand? If I want your block and I see you hustling real good, I ain't got to eat no banana like on you know what? Yeah, they hustling real good over there. I'm gonna come get it, and you got to defend it.
You basically explaining thugs. That's what you explaining
right. The gang. I never said you was not right, JP, but that's not the whole dynamic. That's worst case scenario.
But that's you putting yourself.
Wait, JP, more than less. Men fall in line.
Can you let me finish my thought, Kenny?
Well, wait, you can't stretch my words and say that's what I said. So I have
no. I'm trying to illustrate my point correctly.
Okay.
So when you describing a thug, when you describe these thugs and stuff, that's us living in a desert where we feel like we don't have nothing we don't have much to survive with. We got very little bit. So we had to get, instead of us niggas acting humane, we had to act animalistic because we live in an animalistic environment. The ghettos, the thugs, where nothing is there. So we got to become animalistic, and we got to put that humane bit acting humanized. We got to throw that shit away because that's not our life. That's not the block we from. We come from nothing. We come from peanuts. So we got to sell dope. And if them niggas selling dope over there and they making more money than me, what drug dealer gonna tell the police that they done got ride for their drug money? So I got to come and take that. So all I'm saying is these women grew up in those environments as well. Y'all be separating these women from the thugs. The same home that the gangsters and Tupacs and the thugs was born in, these women was born in the same house.
Not every woman or man is a monolith, so you have to make designations for people. Not all people are just one thing, JP. What are you talking about?
I understand that. We know that. But when you keep talking about the survival of the fittest, when you talk about the survival of the fittest in this hierarchy, it's the thugs that's the ones that survive it. The thugs the one that freed us black folks in the begin with. It wasn't the Uncle Tom niggas that sat up there and did everything Master told him to do because he didn't have an urge to fight and go against what Master told him to do. He was too busy following orders. It was the rebellion niggas like us is the ones that was willing to go to jail, the ones that was willing to get killed, get deleted, was the ones that freed us. Because depending on you good niggas, y'all was the one, y'all were, in fact, y'all protected that white man so much to the point where if your black brother that looked just like you try to go up against them, you would go against that black brother to protect that white man. Y'all do that even till this day.
Okay, JP,
we got black police officers
when you're quoting
that operate just like that.
Okay, so when you're quoting stuff, JP, make sure you do it right. Uncle Tom was the heroic one. Sambo was the one that did us dirty. So when you refer to it, make sure you saying it right. Get in that book. Yeah, a lot. You rage.
I guess you want to be known as the top dog in speaking. I'm not trying to.
No,
you know what I'm talking about.
We have a responsibility, JP. If we on this man network, we get checked and balanced.
He can't read, JP. I mean, JP can't read.
Okay, but Kenny P, I didn't come on here for you to be my daddy or my teacher. We came up here to have a conversation.
Why you have to go there? Your daddy? Come on.
I guess you might like to find a girl on here you got a crushing on, but that's cool. But all I'm saying is,
hey, do you not hear the whole talking?
Let me get Cookie in there.
My bad.
Okay, so unfortunately, I get what JP trying to say, and actually, I think Kenny is trying to co-sign with you, but you're not allowing him to. So basically, it started off with the parameters that at the end of the day, the stronger dude that killed everybody was where all the women would migrate to, right? And you're saying that that's how life started, and you're absolutely correct. Okay, so all the women would flock to the dude that was able to conquer the rest of the dude, and by definition, that would make him a thug. And this is to protect my third eye from this conversation. Anyway, but so I think Kenny was agreeing with you, but then also telling you about evolution. You know what I'm saying? And what happens with the parenting and the Western society that were the parameters that were taken away in the beginning of the conversation. So he's saying, yeah, if it come down to that, obviously people are gonna die or fall in line. But if we're talking about real society right now, there's a certain type of woman that picks a pookie, and there's a certain type of woman with the mindset that ain't even on her radar. You have to
And
understand,
those are the old women
but
with
I
their
get what
titties
you're
on their lap.
saying, huh?
Those women that do not pick thugs is the women that got 5 kids by the thugs, and the good niggas getting our scraps and leftovers. Them women got titties done fell onto their lap, they booty done caved in, they ain't looking fine and pretty no more. That's when y'all go to the good guys. But when y'all was young in y'all teenage years, in y'all 20s, y'all wanted an old boy them from around the corner. Y'all love to call y'all niggas in. Y'all will put us in jail just so you could call us and say you have a nigga in jail. So come on, y'all put monies on our books all day long, and you're gonna answer that phone. You ask your phone quicker for me from the joint than you would from your husband telling my sis go bring him a bag of lunch. He had to work a double.
You really believe that, huh?
That's a fact.
Okay, I'm not gonna
And
argue.
you know I'm not lying.
I'm
How
not
old are
gonna
you,
say
Cookie?
you.
Hey, that's bottom
I'm
feeder.
42.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
22?
Yes.
This is why you talking like that. Okay, would you be honest if I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you was in your 20s, be honest. What was your first type of man? What type of man did you was attracted to in your 20s when you was real fine?
Oh, he said wait, Cookie, real quick. He's Cookie when he
hold
said
on,
when he was real fine.
I know. like I don't
Everybody
work
was
out
fine when they was younger.
I'm still. First of all, I was gonna say I'm still fine, but when I was younger,
yeah,
I was in college at 20, so I was surrounded by people like-minded individuals. So the person that I was talking to was on a track team.